What's up, everybody?
You're not going to do your full name again, are you?
Well, I might.
Let's
Chris.
not. Everybody knows who you are.
Yes,
we're
but
set with that.
People are hopefully sharing things, and some people might not.
They know who you are, though.
Not other people who I'm not friends with.
Who would be listening to this who's not friends with you?
Well, I'm hoping.
Who cares? Seriously, who out there is listening to us who doesn't know us personally?
I think there's,
Except your aunt, who apparently doesn't know what I look like and doesn't want to know what I look like.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But what's up, everybody? This is the Cesspool Podcast, episode number 2. And it's so...
Episode number 2.
It feels so just awkward starting the podcast. Like, just, introing yourself and everybody and whatnot.
Everybody. There's just you and me, darling. Just you and me.
Or everything. I mean, everything we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And,
we got some real juicy topics going on.
We do.
And I don't know what they are, but they should come to us soon, hopefully.
And the juice is worth the squeeze.
What?
Yeah, it's something I heard in a movie.
Let's never say that again. Ever.
What? It's a good philosophical thing. It's funny.
The juice is worth the squeeze?
Is the juice worth the squeeze? That means if you see an opportunity,
Shouldn't it be more the squeeze is worth the juice?
No, it's the juice because the juice is the sweet part of it. And if you're going to squeeze it, that's your attempt to make it.
Okay, I care not about this this conversation anymore. Let's move forward.
How we got into that.
Okay, so I would like to begin with, my little rebuttal about my comment last week of how I think being beautiful outside is more important than being beautiful inside. We live in a shallow society, and every girl deep down wants to be more beautiful outside than inside. That's just the bottom line, and I went out there and I said it.
And that's the bottom line.
And of course I want to be beautiful inside as well, but, I want to be I should refrain. I should not refrain. What's the word? Rephrase it and say, I want to be equally beautiful outside and inside. But you only gave me one choice, and that's the one I chose. So, that's my little rebuttal.
That's it? You're done?
I'm done.
Oh, okay. That was shorter than I thought it was going to be.
It was going to be quick. I told you it was.
Moving on.
It usually is.
I'm sure on that subject, people agree and disagree with you. Yeah. So it's something you should be, defensive about,
I'm not defensive. I wanted to get that straight right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm not defensive. I just would like to clarify, because I received a comment about how shallow I am, which I don't understand, because I'm not shallow at all. I'm dating you, right? So, can't be that shallow.
I know, seriously.
But, honey, I really do love you. I just want you to know that.
I know you
love
me.
Go on.
So, I just wanted to, point out, this has been, a pretty cool week, regarding the feedback that we're getting.
Oh, yes.
And how many views we got. I just looked, and it was at 127 views.
Awesome.
For the very first episode, the opening, the pilot, I guess.
Is it really called an episode?
Yeah, sure, it's an episode.
I guess.
It was a pilot of the Cesspool Podcast.
Shouldn't pilots be more geared towards television in comparison to radio?
Yeah, or planes of film.
Oh God. I can't deal with
promise not to do that much chip on this podcast.
Please don't do that. That's copyright infringement or whatever it is. We don't want to hear it.
I don't know. It could be. I think it's more tributary. Is that a word? I know that's a word.
Wait, what?
No, tributary. I know that's a word, but does that regard... I don't know. So, I just wanted to just point out some of the people who made interesting comments about, the last week's podcast, and I appreciate everything, every comment I got.
I wanted to give a shout out to Brittany.
Yes,
your uncle's girlfriend. I don't know why I didn't call her Brittany, but Brittany, I love you. I'm sorry I didn't say your name.
It was kind of like that Voldemort thing.
Yeah, she made a comment. She's like, "Oh, that was me. That was me." I was like, "Yeah, Britt, that was you."
Yes, proper shout out to Brittany.
Yes.
And thank you for listening, Britt. Thanks for the comments. And who else? My aunt. I guess my aunt, yeah. Or my cousin, I don't know, I forget. Donna, She had a cool comment. This is quote unquote. I enjoyed listening to your voices. You have a sound for this type of thing. I don't watch the shows you talk about, so you lost me there. Good luck with this endeavor. And then in parentheses, keep Desiree's picture from us.
What is that?
I am sure she is a beautiful woman.
I am.
But it's kind of fun to imagine what someone looks like behind the voice.
I don't understand about this is we posted this on Facebook, right? I'm all over your Facebook page. Every picture you have is tagged by me, or I'm in it.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess if you guys don't want to see what I look like, if you don't already know who I am, don't go to the page. Just look right at the look.
You're very mysterious.
I'm very mysterious, I guess.
I think she has a point though, because I listen to a lot of radio and podcasts, and when I was listening to Ron and Fez, I was so curious about what Ron and Fez look like.
Yeah.
And I was like, because the way they talk on the radio and stuff. Ron's a genius, and I was always just very curious, like what they look like, and it was just such a thing to not know what they look like, But when I finally saw them, I was just like, oh, they're just people, whatever. So that mystery, I can understand that what she's getting, and
I had that with the morning show on Z100. You know what?
The Morning Zoo.
I've been listening to that since I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I remember them saying, they actually came to my high school to see Once Upon a Mattress.
Really?
Like the girl that was in it, like she called them. She's like, oh, come see, and they did. And I never went to any of like my high school crap, but I remember like them talking about it, and I was like, oh, they showed pictures from them being there because we took pictures.
Yeah.
And they did not look like what I was thinking they were.
Yeah.
And it really ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of like, it's been like years later, and I still kind of like, I don't want to know what they look like now. Yeah. I won't go to their website just so I don't know what they look like. Because it ruins the fun. I like the mystery.
So, with that said, I guess if you're not friends with Desiree, don't friend request her. So you'll never ever get to see her picture.
That's really effed up.
In fact, unfriend me, because there is a threat that you might see her picture on my page.
A threat. All right.
And then I responded to Donna by saying, thanks, Donna. That is an interesting perspective you have. We'll keep Desiree mysterious. Ha ha ha. Well, and if there's a topic you want to talk about, bring it up in the next podcast. I'm sure I could fit it in. Yeah, she didn't write back though. I was hoping she would write back. Yeah. See if she
doesn't live on Facebook like some other people.
I guess not.
You.
Thanks to Sean DeYoung. Wanted to give him a shout out because I think he was a little sketchy, a little leery about what the podcast might entail, but I think we surprised him.
Oh yeah.
He gave us a very good compliment.
Nice.
And Danielle DeMarco, my cousin. Hi, I love this. Your girlfriend's side on things are so funny too. Awesome, keep them coming. That was big for you.
Is Danielle Jim's daughter?
Yes.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Danielle, if you're listening, I think you're gorgeous. Yes. Keep it up.
All right.
Hey, that was very nice.
I know.
I am confident in my sexuality to tell girls that I think they're gorgeous. Okay?
I never questioned that at all.
You did. You questioned last week saying that I have all these lesbian admirers. Just want to comment on that.
And I responded to Danielle by saying, oh, so glad you liked it, Danielle, but it's not necessary to feed Desiree's ego even more than it already is. Ha, ha, ha. Quote.
You need to stop ha, ha, ha.
Okay. And that's, Jessie, my aunt / cousin Jessie, she listened to it, and she said she enjoyed it very much.
So now, let's pick some topics we're going to discuss.
All right,
I want to talk about. I know you as a man do not give a crap about this.
Let's get this oven going, burning, right?
I recently was on Facebook, of course, and I saw this thing that happened in France. And I think it's the cutest thing. I just want to comment on it. That's my girliness.
Okay.
That these twins were a few days old, and they were given like a bath to stimulate them being in like the womb.
Were they joint?
No.
Joint twins?
They were just twins.
All right.
And during the whole bath, they're like hugging, and I think it's just like the cutest thing.
Oh, sure.
And why you gotta do that? And I think it's really cute, and I think everyone should go online and watch it. Because even though, I don't like these videos where, like, oh, the babies and the animals, I'm just like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. But this actually, touched my heart. And I think it's really cute, and I think everybody should watch it. Mm-hmm. And talking about watching things, I think everybody should watch the trailer for Noah. Even if you're not religious.
I didn't watch it.
I know you didn't watch it.
Damn it.
Even if you're not religious, I think you should definitely watch it, because it just looks like a cool movie. Yeah. And Russell Crowe's starring in it. Mm-hmm. And then Hermione Granger, or the hell her real name is.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson's in it, too. She plays one of his daughters.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just, a really cool perspective, because, when you think of it, if you don't know the story of Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I thought Noah was, a loner. I thought he didn't have anybody.
No, he had his family.
Oh.
And you think, you're like, oh, okay, this is going to be God's wrath. But, it actually seemed, realistic. You'd be like, oh, maybe this did happen, not on such a huge scale where, all the animals were on the boat. Mm. But, he did, save some people.
Oh, they put, a real
Yeah, it's, a real spin. I think it's really cool, the way it looks at it.
Well, Darren Aronofsky's directing it. And, when you watch a Darren Aronofsky film, we actually talked about this on Friday night. Yeah. When we were at Sean Fitz's little birthday thing, which was very fun. What up, Fitz?
Happy birthday, Fitz.
Happy belated, yes. But we're talking about Darren Aronofsky, and after you watch one of his films, you feel ugly.
What films has he done?
Dirty. Oh, he did the Swan.
Oh, okay, the Black Swan.
Black Swan. He did Requiem for a Dream.
That movie traumatized me. Oh my god.
He did The Wrestler, which I think I actually liked the best. I think The Wrestler. But yeah, so he's doing Noah. Is that what it's just? It's just called Noah.
It's called Noah.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, it's not what was that? Bruce Almighty. Mm-hmm. What was it? No. Who was the second one?
Oh,
it wasn't Bruce.
No, it was Steve Carell.
Yeah, whatever he was. Yeah, it was horrible. But I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll do well.
Yes, all those people will go out there and see it.
Right. Sure they will. I'm sure they'll go out and hurt.
I had something to say, but I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
Okay.
That bit me in the tush last week.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be out there in herds. I repeated myself, but whatever. Also, along the lines of cinema, took a nice lunch break.
Yeah.
Took a nice lunch break.
A nice 3-hour break.
Tuesday, and I went to go check out the new Thor. Dark World, it's called. I don't care. No one talks about it. Yeah, it's it was good. It was a feast for the eyes. Oh, and so was Thor himself. Hubba, hubba.
Ew, Thor? Really? I know all the girls love him, but,
yeah.
The blonde. Don't like the blonde.
But, it was just, it was a good movie, I guess, but...
Yes.
It's
I don't
just
know.
it's just so atypical now.
It's predictable.
It's
you know what's
predictable. They don't throw the spin on things. It's the only reason to watch these movies now.
Is to see Loki, because Loki's hot. I'll admit. I've jumped on the Loki bandwagon. Really? I don't know what the guy's real name is, but I've jumped on the bandwagon.
You like Loki?
He's hot. I'm all about him. Thor could just go.
He's English,
I don't care, man. I'm all about that. I love it.
Okay. But,
Loki.
it's the only reason to watch some of these Marvel movies now is just to see what happens in the post-credits. How they're just gonna,
after the things?
Yeah, how they're just gonna tease you, for the future movies.
What? Oh, do we know what happens at the end? Is there an ending?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
You didn't stay and watch it, did you?
No, I didn't watch the post-credits.
Oh, okay.
I had to, what's the word? Skedoozle?
Skedaddle? Back to work? You took a 3-hour break?
Skedaddle.
Skedoozle.
Yeah. I mean...
Sometimes you say the weirdest things.
I got all my work done, so I think that's the most important part.
Okay.
But anyway.
You said that you could make the own movie. What's what should we call I can't talk today. And we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, this is perfect timing. Thor.
You had like the format of.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, opening scene, intro, bad guy and his evil plan. Scene 2, intro, good guy and how cool he is. And then, rabble, in the whole...
Rabble.
And then, the story builds and builds. And then, like, maybe the second scene before the ending, it's like, or like 20, or, in the last 20 minutes, half hour, this hero is just, oh God, he's been so beaten, and how is he going to get out of this mess? The odds are so against him, and then sure enough, he figures out some way.
You know what's actually happened? I now root for that guy.
It sounds like you said, you know what sexually happened.
No, you know what actually happens now?
Oh, actually.
I'm actually rooting for the bad guy now. Mm-hmm. Not because it's Loki, but just in general. Like, I'm like, I don't want the good guy. He's kind of pissing me off now.
Well, in some ways, Loki actually isn't the bad guy.
He's not. But whatever. That's not the point. The point is, when I watch movies now, I kind of root for the bad guy.
Yes.
A little bit.
Hey, everybody take a look at the bad guy.
Yeah, no. I'm just... like, we were watching Superman years ago. Months ago. The Man of Steel one.
Years ago.
And I was kind of rooting for Zod to win.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Shannon. I always root for him.
He's a work of art.
He was
really good in The Iceman.
Yeah, that was
the name of the movie, right?
Yeah, Iceman.
He's really good.
Michael Shannon's awesome.
Yeah.
He's very, as they say, stoic.
Yeah.
He's just stone-faced the whole time. It's so cool. He's either stone-faced or he's just pissed off.
Yeah, wasn't he, didn't you hear him do, an interview?
Yeah, he was on O&A.
And you were telling me that he said something that just made me laugh, even though I didn't even hear it. The whole thing about where he's like, oh yeah, people think I'm so angry, and something about his daughters.
Right.
He's like, oh yeah, they think it's hysterical when they hide their shoes on me. And I was just picturing it, and I heard it in my head, and I saw his face. It just made me laugh for a good 5 minutes. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, oh jeez. I just want to say that I think that the internet is the best thing because I'm able to go on here and think of all these new topics that couldn't come into my head before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There was something, since Scarface came up, did you realize Scarface came up?
When did Scarface come up?
Just when, hey, take a look at the bad guy. He says that in Scarface. It's a very popular line from the movie. And Is
it really?
Yeah.
I've watched the movie many times.
He's all drunk in the
I thought restaurant. You were being more Italian than...
Yeah, well, I can't do...
Cuban.
He's not really Cuban, though, I think. I don't know. I forget.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
He is.
Alright. Yeah.
He's a refugee. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And he deals with the Colombians.
Okay. I haven't seen it in a while. But I was, thinking about, all these, rappers that are, rich and famous, and they have, they just have Scarface just replaying on their TV just all day, 24/7. It's just Scarface.
Really?
Yeah. Because, they love that movie. And, I was gonna, what would yours be before I get to mine? If you were just uber rich and you were just gonna have one movie or whatever just playing over and over and over again. Not necessarily watching it all day, but...
I don't think there's any movie I love enough to freaking hear every freaking waking hour.
No.
It's just And you know what? Honestly, Scarface, I know people might love it. It was not that great of a movie.
Oh, the soundtrack was awful, but it was a great movie.
It was alright, in my opinion.
The music just stinks. It just stinks. But mine would have been, when I'm rich and famous, as I plan to get from this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, uh-huh.
I'm just going to have...
fantasy.
Yeah, I'm just going to have Seinfeld. Just episodes and episodes of Seinfeld.
Please don't.
Just running 24/7.
That, you know what? That actually was going on when you first moved into this apartment.
Yeah.
That's all that we had because we didn't have the internet.
Right.
There was no TV.
That's right.
So all you had was your Seinfeld DVDs. And they just were on repeat. Every time I came here, that's the only thing that was on the TV.
Yeah.
It was rather annoying. Didn't love it. And I think you'd get tired of it eventually. After 3-4 months, you'd be like, all right, we gotta switch this up.
No,
I cannot get into it.
Yeah, it's actually I actually heard recently that it's been 15 years since the final episode. How crazy is that?
Yeah, the final episode kind of stunk. And then when they like try to redo it on Larry David, it didn't seem that wonderful either.
You're insane. Just stop.
No need for that. Okay, this is an Opal forum. You say some stupid ass shit where I'm just like, okay,
Opal?
that's the way you think.
Did you say Opal forum?
Open forum.
Oh.
And you say some stupid shit where I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm entitled to my opinion, so I will say it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the show was a great show,
dude,
but it just ended crappy. And then when they redid it, it just wasn't great.
My brother Mark brought up the point. How Larry David is a genius. Larry David basically created...
Grumpy man.
He basically created Seinfeld, right? Which is an A+ show. And then he created Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is an A+ show. It's like, it's almost like Seinfeld, R-rated. It's like an R-rated Seinfeld. Because it was on HBO and he could just curse and all just F-bombs and whatnot were just flying through. But then, to add to his genius, he put Seinfeld, the cast of Seinfeld, on Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was just the greatest thing. So Larry David's a genius threefold.
Alright.
Anyway.
That's how you feel.
Now, we were talking about being rich. Now, I wanted to do the research on this, but I just didn't, because I guess I just don't care that much about this podcast.
Because you're lazy.
Yeah, it was one of those.
You're lazy.
But you did. I heard about the website called ifonly.com.
Oh, yeah. This bullcrap website that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Can you stop touching me with your feet?
Sorry.
That's one of my pet peeves about you. You always touch me with your feet. But this bullcrap website, I cannot see that far. Don't show me things. I can't see that far. Once again, this bullcrap website where you go on there and you're supposed to give like these extraordinary amount of money to these celebrities to have these experiences, but it goes to charity. Bullshit.
I mean, at least it goes to charity.
I don't think it all goes to charity, okay? I really don't believe that. I believe that these people wouldn't be on there giving their 15 minutes on
if they weren't getting just a little...
they're
just
getting something,
right?
All right, yeah.
Wow.
Nothing's for free. And I don't believe it.
We'll clear up exactly what the website is.
The website is, you go on there and there's all these different categories. And I went to go look at the music category.
Okay.
Because I thought that's why you said it to me. Oh, yeah, thanks for text messaging me at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well.
Where I'm, like, still asleep and I think something happened to you.
I gotta get those
and all I get is ifonly.com.
Right.
I'm like, oh, no, what happened? And I go on it on my lunch break. And I'm looking at the music category. And it's, like, these different artists that are giving up their time for money to go to charity.
Right.
And one of I don't remember who it was, but you can have like a 15-minute Skype chat for $800.
$800?
To talk to this person for 15 minutes.
To talk to like Shakira or...
Yeah, some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Who cares?
And you can pay $15,000 and you can have dinner with Mike Tyson or something.
Oh, yeah. And then I really liked him, but now that he's on this website, don't love him no more.
Mike?
What?
Mike?
No, not Mike. The other guy. The Don John. What is his name?
Who? Don Johnson?
What is his name?
Donnie Brasco?
No. What is his name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one that plays Don John.
Oh,
the 3-name dude.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to look it up. But he has the thing. Now, I can't do two things at once. I can't talk in research.
What's his name?
Yeah, what is his name? I mean, people are probably like calling out and be like, oh, it's this guy, it's this guy. Right. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, Joey Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. I loved him.
Right.
Up until I went to this website. Mm-hmm. And apparently you can pay $1,500 to see the Don John premiere in London. Look, who cares? See it here for $20. You're good to go. Take your best girl. Take your favorite guy. The guy that you spend most of your time with. The girl that, you're with when you're not with your girlfriend. And go see the movie. $20. Why do you need to go to London? Who cares?
Well, it's
the
fun.
English don't like us.
Sometimes people like to go other places.
See a movie?
Sure.
It's not that great of a movie, okay? It's not going to win, like, you know, Academy Awards and Oscars and all that good noise. Okay? It's a movie about some dude.
Hey, look, if I was offered to go see a movie debut of Scarlett Johansson and she wanted to take me as her date, I'd be right
but it's
up
not
there.
Scarlett Johansson take you as date. It's you going to see the premiere over there.
Okay.
You're not going to meet them. You're just going to London.
I'm sure they're going to be there. It's a big event.
Okay. You're going to get like 5 minutes with them, and they're going to be mauled by other people.
Yeah.
Who would pay $1,500 to do this? Nobody. Somebody who has no life that wants to do this. And this website just made me angry. And now it makes me not like him because it's on the website. He's not only there once, he's there twice.
Oh.
He has 2 different categories. But this website, annoying.
Yeah.
Made me angry. I don't love it.
What else did we plan on talking about on this podcast? I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're doing much better than last week's. What's it called? I was gonna say, like, you know, practice makes perfect, right? Repetition. I said that on the last podcast, and I wanna.
I hate when you say something, start laughing because I know it's gonna be something that aggravates me.
Well, there's the theory of 10,000 hours. You know.
I'm not talking to you for 10,000 hours. Okay.
There's that whole theory of 10,000 hours where if you do something for 10,000 hours, you become a master at it. I didn't read the book, but I did hear that
Who's this guy
from several sources. I have no idea. I mean, it's just it's a theory. You work at something for 10,000 hours, you're going to be a master at it. And hey, I mean, shite. We already have about 50-some minutes into it. We're
not even at 1 hour.
I'm sure by the time we're like 148, we're going to get our 10,000 hours in.
I want to see how many 10,000 hours is.
It's like a lot of years.
It's like a lot of years. Yeah. It's like a year and something. It's 416 days.
416 days.
Yes.
It's like a year and a half.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm actually trying to find this out.
Oh, I don't care anymore.
Fine. It's like a year. It's talking for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we would be doing.
Yeah.
We actually didn't really talk about anything on this podcast.
Yeah, sure we did. We covered some things.
Was there any other topics we wanted to discuss?
I guess the whole bullying thing. I mean, it seems like just like an ugh, who cares? But this is apparently what people are talking about, especially on fucking ESPN radio.
Because people are children.
They're talking about the whole Richie Incognito thing, and I'm not completely up to date right now as of this minute. I should have been, but I don't know.
You're just ill-prepared today.
Oh, yeah.
We're just ill-prepared. It's only the second one, and we stopped giving a crap.
And it's like this whole bullying thing, and Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin, and how, Incognito was bullying him, and he was, Cognito.
How was he bullying him?
He was making him pay ridiculous amounts of money for dinner, and when he was a rookie, and then
he was hazing him. In other words,
he was hazing him.
He was treating him like the newbie and having to have him pay his way to get to the top.
Yeah, but
how every society has done this.
Okay, but he was doing other things, and it
was
seemed
he doing sexual favors for him?
No.
Okay, well then.
But
I'm thinking it's like a frat or something.
He was calling him he was dropping the N-bomb and stuff, and he was. But the thing is, it carried into his second year, which is that's not cool. It's like, all right, he's a rookie, that year's over. That should be it after that. But it was continuing. But then you start hearing stuff that Incognito's coaches were telling him to be hard on this guy, get him ready to go, get him toughen him up and this and that. So
you know what I don't understand? Who was he picking on?
He was picking on Jonathan Martin.
Why didn't Jonathan Martin grow some balls and be like, dude, stop it?
Huh?
You're a grown man.
What he did do is he quit the team. That's what he did do.
You know what? You're a pussy dude. You need to man up, grow some balls. You're a football player.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, look, I never played football.
A little bitch.
I never was a part of that, locker room scene, whatever, that the camaraderie that a team has. But I mean, I don't know. My gut tells me you just step up. You stick up for yourself. Defend yourself.
I actually have a personal story about this.
Okay.
It's not me.
Okay.
My team, I was always with girls, and girls are just psychological abusive. But my brother was a soccer player his entire life. And when he went to high school, he was always big man on campus. He was fantastic. But then when he went away to college, his first year, I remember him going away to Florida and being, highly traumatized by... I don't think it's traumatized. I think my brother's being a little overdramatic. Yeah. Because, my brother got 2 sisters, so, he's a little sensitive. Mm-hmm. I love you, Bernie, but, you need to man up sometimes. And when he was 18, he was the youngest one on the team. And they threatened to cut his hair. And, his hair was, his glory. And they, threatened to, sodomize him. And he got really, really, traumatized and upset. He didn't know. He didn't think that would be, something they really did. But, these guys are big guys. Yeah. And he's like, oh, my God, what if they do that? And he got really, really upset and really scared. And finally he talked to my father, who's, big bad. And he goes, don't let them intimidate you. You're a grown man. You tell him to stop it. And my brother's like, you're right. I am a grown man. I'm gonna tell him to get the fuck off of me. They didn't shave his head, but they did bleach a line in his hair. Which... whatever. My brother has jet black hair. He didn't really care. Yeah. And he told me, get the fuck off of me. Yeah. My brother's not, a very tough guy, but, he can hold his own. Right. And he manned up, and they stopped it. They left him alone. So, my brother being 18 years old, he couldn't stand up to this guy being in the NFL. Grow some balls, dude. Come on. Yeah.
Now, I think, and when the word bullying comes out, it's oh my God, he's bullying. It's the big thing everyone's talking about. Bullying, this is my opinion, I think bullying ends after high school. Yeah. Right? I mean, come on. Bullying ends after high school. After high school, it's not bullying anymore. It's called harassment.
Exactly.
And you deal with harassment in an adult way. You deal with bullying when you're a kid. Yeah. Up to 17, 18. That's when you deal with bullying. And it's either you're going to just give in. So you're just going to let this bully pick on you and, punch you in the arm and steal your lunch money? I know, obviously it gets a lot worse than that, but... Or you stick up for yourself and you punch this bully in the mouth. And then in most cases, he never bothers you again. But this is all in high school and in middle school, in elementary school, whatever.
I think I want to talk more about bullying in the next podcast because I have a lot to say about this.
Yeah, all right.
And since you're giving me we got to end this podcast, I can't say everything I got to say.
We're going to end it up pretty soon. But, yeah, I mean, bullying is in school. And then like I said, after high school, it's strictly harassment at that point.
And that's when the authorities get involved. Not when a kindergartner says, "Oh, I'm going to shoot you with my bubble gum." That's not bullying.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, that's a whole thing.
Yeah, I want to talk about next time because I'm very heated about that.
All right. And I just wanted to be a good grandson today.
Oh yeah.
And I just wanted to send a very warm, happy birthday to my wonderful grandma.
I hope she listens.
Yeah, I hope she listens too.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're not too vulgar for her. She's a tough lady. She can handle a couple of curse words.
I don't know if my grandmother could handle this. No. She's a very proper woman.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Grandma. And actually my cousin, Jillian. It's her birthday today, too. So happy birthday to you, too, Jillian. She's quite the adventurer. She is. She's been all over.
Yeah? Good cool, for her.
We had some chats.
Interesting.
And, I mean, I think that's about it. So everybody, I hate to push it and be like that horror kind of thing, but it would be great if you...
You're being a whore now?
Yeah, I'm whoring myself right now.
God. I don't want to be a part of this at all. Just so you all know, I don't want to be a part of this.
I think
Listen if you want. If you don't.
I think it'd be really cool if if you subscribe to my podcast, because if I get enough subscriptions, I could make some money from this thing. I get some endorsements, get some advertisements, and I could actually put a couple of bucks in my wallet.
Woohoo!
That would be really cool.
Will I be getting any of this money?
And, I was just gonna say, and I can, if I get enough subscriptions, and I get money from YouTube, I would be happy to take you out to dinner, Desiree.
Why is it always buying me food? I feel like you're always trying to bribe me with food, dude. Girls don't like that. Just so you know.
Oh.
Buy me something pretty.
Okay. Well,
and by the way, I'm not materialistic. I tell him that all the time, and I never get anything pretty. So it's an inside joke you and I have.
All right.
Go on.
In short, if you could subscribe to my YouTube account, that would be effing awesome.
Awesome.
And just keep listening, and also share. Like, when I put up the link for the podcast, share it to your friends, because you probably have a lot of friends in your friend list on Facebook that I'm not friends with. So
did you say they're friend list?
No.
Oh, you said friend list.
Friend list, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
And you share it to them, and they'll share it to them, and this
pyramid.
I can start building this empire from the ground up.
Build
this
the empire.
Podcast empire, and then you will all be my minions, and you will all be rewarded.
I think you guys all got a taste of what he's really trying to do.
Yeah, I'm starting to get into my God complex.
Yeah.
But all right, everyone, that's it for this week, and we hope you enjoyed it, and keep listening, and goodbye, everyone.
Bye, friends.
Say goodbye, Desiree.
I said bye.
Okay. Later.